Okay, welcome to the Adult Education meeting. We are Temple Bethel Riverside, and tonight I would like to present to you and to share to you something that really not many people knows about the famous Spain painter Salvador Dalí. Did you hear about Salvador Dalí? Okay. 2 years ago, my wife moved to Barcelona to work. Barcelona, it's a nice city in Catalonia, and it's a small town called Figueres, near the border with France. And some people said you need to go to Figueres and to Girona to discover the Jewish past of these two towns, and they are really very interesting places to discover what we call in Spanish judería, the Jewish neighborhood, the old ghettos. You know that the Jewish community was really very strong in Spain till the Inquisition, and many of the Jewish who live in Spain were killed, or they moved to other places, or they came to America. And many of them came to, they discovered America with Columbus. This is a fact. Many of them were sailors, and they discovered America with Columbus. But it's very important, going back to Figueres. It's a very nice town. I prepared a PowerPoint for you to show some pictures. But what I didn't know was that Salvador Dalí dedicated part of his time to paint about Judaism. In fact, 25, we will see 25 nice painters from him. And he was invited to paint something regarding to Israel or to Judaism to commemorate 20 years of the independence of the state of Israel. And it's a very nice collection that you can see in Figueres in Spain, but the original collection, it's here in America, in Dallas. Okay, the original collection is here, and it's very, very nice because we will do a trip in the Jewish history by Salvador Dalí. Okay, let me share the screen. And let me know if it's open or not.
It's open.
It's
Okay.
open.
Oh,
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. Let me just put 100%.
Looks good.
Maybe here. Let's see if it's here. No, no, no. No. Okay. Let me see. Is it big enough for you to see or not?
Yes, it's big enough.
Yes, but I Jason, you are the technological person here who can help me. How I can make this bigger?
Let me see. What program are you? You're in
This is Google
Google.
Slides.
Google Slides. So usually, if you go to Slide, you can probably go to. It'll probably let you start a slideshow.
Slideshow.
Does one of those mean, or is there something that shows you that's like, oh, present the slides? Yeah, up there where you just were.
Here.
On the right, where it says up present. I can't pronounce the Portuguese.
Okay,
Up on the upper right, a little bit more over.
here,
Yeah. Isn't that presenting the slides?
let's see. Oh, great. Thank you.
Hey.
Here we are.
Come on.
Okay, thank you very much for your help.
Bilingual slide guidance.
Thank you very much. Aliyah, 1968 by Salvador Dalí. Let's remember who was Salvador Dalí. Salvador, look the name, yes, because we know him like Salvador Dalí, but his name is really Salvador Domingo Felipe Jacinto Dalí y Domenech was a Spanish painter, printmaker, and surrealist artist. Let me just move. Artist known for his technical skills, bizarre, imaginary, and exploration of subconscious themes. In other words, for me, he's brilliant. He was brilliant, but he is brilliant because his art still with us. His work, which include painting, sculptures, film, and interactive art, influenced a new generation of imaginative expression. Dalí's most famous work is arguably The Persistence of Memory from 1931, which depicts melting watches. His other popular works include limp watches. He was really brilliant. He was fluent in Spanish, in French, in many languages. Figueres, you can see where is Figueres. This point is Figueres. It's really near of the border with France. It's another very nice city called Perpignan, one where you can also see the influence of Salvador Dalí. The Dalí Theater and Museum is a museum dedicated to the artist Salvador Dalí in his hometown of Figueres in Catalonia, Spain. Salvador Dalí lived there from 1984 to 1989 and is buried in the crypt below the stage. The museum received more than 1 million visitors in 2016, but I'm thinking that perhaps if I say today, perhaps 1.5 million or more, it's really full the entire time. I mentioned before the places of the Juderia. Yes, Girona, this town, and Figueres, the Jewish influence in these places. Until today, you have the Jewish neighborhoods in these towns. This is a photograph, a picture from Perpignan, France, and you can see here the sculpture of Salvador Dalí, showing his influence also in France. And now we are in Figueres, typical town, countryside town in Spain. No very high buildings. The squares are very typical place to drink something, to eat, and to find people. And you can see the flags of Catalonia. It's a big discussion between the region of Catalonia and the other part of Spain, because they would like to be an independent state, part of France and part of Spain. But it's really a problem because some people don't feel themselves Spanish, and the others are very proud to be Catalanes, and they have their own language, and it's a problem, and you can see this also in the flags. It's a very nice town. You can arrive by train, by bus. This is the trail of the train, and you can see the mountains in the back. This is France. Small town, small village. And we are here in Figueres. I visited Figueres with my wife and with my son. And what we have in the back is the museum theater of Figueres. And this is the place where is the collection that we are going to see. This is inside of the museum. The museum, in fact, was a theater. You can see in the left side of the picture here, it's a very big paint, but it's a stage. Yes, it's a stage. Yes, some question? Okay. It was a theater. Nowadays, it's a museum, but it's a very big building, very, very nice. And something that it's curious, I going back, you can see here in the roof, the big X. It's something typical from the Salvador Dalí. Represent the fertility, the ideas, and the birth, rebirth. He was a little crazy. He represented in his art many of his dreams, and many of them regarding to sex, and what he had in his mind, he transformed in art. It's really a place that I suggest to visit. And he is also there. He rests in the same place that he lived. This is the crypt of the museum. Aliyah. Okay, the series of graphic work entitled Aliyah dates from 1968 and was an assignment to commemorate the 20 years anniversary of the proclamation of the State of Israel. Dalí created a series of 25 mixed media paintings, including gouache, watercolors, and India ink of paper. They were reproduced and photolithographic and published in a limited edition presented in a folder with a letter of introduction by David Ben-Gurion, a key figure of the history of Israel. In order to illustrate the various meanings of the Hebrew word Aliyah, which means literally migration to the land of Israel, the artist took inspiration from the Old Testament as well as contemporary history. Dalí depicted the vessel Eliyahu Golom, full of refugees from the concentration camps, setting sail to Israel in 1946, despite the prohibition imposed by Palestine under the British mandate. I don't know if you know this information, but before the state of before the establishment of the state of Israel, the British mandate was responsible for the region, not just Israel. Israel was not the state, but the region of Jordan, that it was also not a state, Syria, and Egypt, and then it was forbidden for the Jewish people to enter to the land of Israel. Also, the British knows what happened in Europe. They know about the Holocaust. They know that Israel was really a very important place for Jews to establish a new nation, but it was forbidden to enter by the British Army. And Dalí represents all of this in his paints. He also portrayed David Ben-Gurion reading the Declaration of Independence in 1948. As usual in Dalí's work, the pieces also contain elements from his own iconography. This is the case with two lithographs that contain reference to the major paintings of the period: tuna fishing and oil painting inspired by the Mediterranean coastal fishing practice, which dates back to antiquity. Let's continue here. Any volunteer to read this page, this slide?
Sure, I will. This is Joan.
Okay. Please, John.
In 1966, Samuel Shore, head of the Shorewood Publishers in New York, commissioned Salvador Dalí for a project commemorating the upcoming 20th anniversary of the founding of the State of Israel. Such a commission was not uncommon for the artist. He had already completed commissions that included Dante's Divine Comedy in between 51 and 60 and published in 63, and the Biblia Sacra, which I'm not familiar with, published in 1969. In fact, from approximately 1965 to 1979, the artist's output was largely comprised of painted works on paper, completed on commission and made expressly for production as limited edition prints. The commission from Samuel Shore was for a series of 25 paintings depicting the renewal of the Jewish people. As was his preference for this type of project, Dalí completed his mixed media paintings in gouache, watercolor, and India ink on paper. The paintings were then reproduced as lithographs and published in a limited edition of 250 sets of 25 lithographs each. Dalí took inspiration from both the Hebrew Bible as well as contemporary history to address a variety of subject matter related to Jewish history and diaspora, spanning the course of over 2,000 years. A letter of introduction by David Ben-Gurion, the primary founder of the State of Israel and the first Prime Minister of Israel, accompanied each set. Titled Aliyah, a Hebrew word that literally means migration to the land of Israel. The series was completed in 1968 in time for the celebration of Israeli Independence Day on April 3rd. Following their exhibition in 1968, the paintings and the prints were offered for sale and dispersed. There are only a handful of complete sets known today. On view for the first time since its acquisition by the museum in 2017, a rare, complete set of the lithographic prints offers a contrasting complement to Dalí Poetics of the Small, 1929 through 1936. The set was generously given to the Meadows Museum by Linda and William Custard in celebration of Meadows Museum Advisory Council member Janet Pullman Kafka and her 20th year as honorary consul of Spain in Dallas.
Thank you, John. Then you can go to Figueres to Spain, or you can go to Dallas. Okay, it's your option. But it's important now you know that this collection also exists here in America. Let's see the collection. We are going to see now the collection. What I found, this is a personal view of Dalí's work. I see this so contemporary and so classic in the same time, because this is, of course, he's trying to match the period before the State of Israel, the Holocaust, and when the State of Israel started. But sometimes the art transcends the time, and we can apply this kind of art to any any kind of persecution or degradation of the human being. Of course, that we know that it's regarding to Judaism because it's a specific collection. But you can see here the message, okay, the people without faces. As you can see, the body, the blood will be repeated in many of his painting, but you can see it's very difficult to see a face when the people suffer. And this is also a strong message. The people trying, we can, of course, that it's a concentration camp. We can understand this, but we can see faces. We can see by the expression of the body's pain. We can see by the expression of the body, yes, how they suffer and how they try to communicate with the other side of the fence. If you like to comment about the art, please feel free to open your microphones. And the idea is this, okay, to see, to share the Salvador Dalí collection, but to give our own opinion. Let's continue here. Yes, the war, and we can see some biblical elements. Yes, you can see the
A
scale.
ladder, yeah.
And in the other side, you don't know, in the right side here, you don't know if it's an angel. You remember that the scale, we have the scale of Jacob,
Yeah.
very famous in the Torah, in the Old Testament, and in the middle, yes, the war, once again, red, the blood, one side, you don't see the other side, the explosion, yes, you can interpret it here, a bomb. Really, he gave us the dimension of the war in his paints.
Absolute horrors of war.
Perhaps it's the British Army.
Yeah.
Yes, it's look like the British Army. But this take us to Europe, not to Israel. I don't see because in this time when we speak about the Jews who fight to establish the state of Israel, they don't have this kind of sorry, they don't have this kind of clothes. Then take us to Europe and not to Israel. Yes.
Why do you think it's to Europe? Why? What makes you think this?
Because I don't see the uniform. It was not an uniform from the Jewish.
No, but could it be the British uniform?
Yes, but the fight was between Jews and Muslims, not between Jews and British.
But the British had control of the area. And
Yes,
so
yes,
they were fighting to have their say among that.
but British don't kill Jews in Israel, and they try not to give them the opportunity to enter to Israel.
Well, the thing is that I think that Brits did kill Jews in Israel when the British were there, and particularly those Jews who were trying to who were terrorists and trying to get the Brits out.
Yes, but we have some register, of course, but not big fight between Jews and the British Army.
Not a war, you mean? Not, it was just on a individual basis.
Yes. With this point, I'm agree. we need to remember, for example, David Ben-Gurion, who called the British Army, and they sent that the King David, that was the main place of the British Army, it's going to explode, but they called the newspaper, and the newspaper called the British Army, and they evacuate the King David hotel. But here, if we compare with the other paint, and I see blood, I'm thinking about the past in Europe, and not the time. And we can see in Dali art the evolution from Europe to Israel. You will see really very clear how he built this collection. Let's continue. Okay, this is an interpretation. It's a free interpretation. Okay, suffering.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, perhaps in this first paint, it's difficult to understand or to see a woman. Here it's clear, it's a woman. The head, but suffer. Yes, someone who is with a big pain and who suffer. But you can see the way how he paints here. It's like a decomposition of the face.
Powerful, powerful.
Why do you think there are so many so few complete sets left if they made 250 of them? Think people just have them and don't know that it's
Oh, I bet they took them out and hung some of them.
oh, maybe, yeah. Oh, this is a folio, like, yeah.
That's what I think.
Let me ask you, did you know about this collection?
No.
No.
I never heard about this collection till I visited the museum.
Never heard about it.
No.
Never.
I checked the Dallas Museum's website, and they only show about 5 of the pictures there, paintings. It only show about 5.
Yes,
Yeah,
just 5, not the others.
yeah.
For Dali, this is a remarkably
Yeah.
real face.
Realistic. Yes, you're right, Carolee.
Yes, it's not his usual style.
No,
Very powerful.
you can see the eyes.
Mhm.
Yes, you can see the face, but not the eyes of the
The
person.
anguish, a powerful, very powerful view of anguish.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Okay, let's continue.
Mm.
Here, if we compare with the others, we have a lot of red here. We don't have faces. You have blood here. We have here pain, and now we start to see colors. Okay,
Feeling.
and this is a way to see the land of Israel.
Hmm.
You can see here, it's look like the paradise. You have here 2 persons, and you can see here the graves, that it's typical from the land of Israel, and you start to see here nature.
I see healing.
Nature and colors. And look how he changed the red from the blood
To a flower.
red on the flowers.
Mm.
Growth.
And the people are kind of small compared to the
Yeah.
rest of it.
Yes. We can see here people, and also in the left side.
There too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah, the flowers are more important in the picture than the people, it seems like.
Mm.
It reminds me of some pressed flowers I got from Israel when I was 13. They sent me some, I was writing letters back and forth to somebody, and they sent me some dried flowers. It looked like that.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Perhaps if you are looking on the top, Jerusalem of gold,
Yes,
maybe or
Yeah.
not. We can see here a city,
yes, and it's gold, yes.
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
and we
Amazing.
have tradition. We say and we believe that we have two Jerusalems. Jerusalem regarding to spirituality, Jerusalem Shel Mala, we say in Hebrew, Jerusalem from the top, and the real Jerusalem
Yeah,
in the earth, in the land. There are two Jerusalems, and here we see perhaps an interpretation that this, of course, that is the land of Israel, but perhaps a vision of Jerusalem. We need to remember that during the entire time in the diaspora, Jews dream about Jerusalem.
yeah,
It was a dream to return to Jerusalem. Jews cry by Jerusalem. And the first things that we are doing when we arrive to Israel, we would like, you are in Israel when you arrive to Jerusalem. When you arrive to Tel Aviv, to Haifa, to other places, our city is like any others in the world. But you feel something different when you arrive to Jerusalem. It's the feelings are completely different when you arrive to Jerusalem. Okay, and in this paint we can see now the nature, the people, but the people, okay, we don't see colors in the people.
No.
no,
Okay, we don't see colors in the people. They still suffer. We see some shadows, but the people is not in colors. Okay, what is in color is the land of Israel. The land of Israel represents the colors and the hope and the new place to live. Okay.
Hmm.
Interpretations.
That's certainly the desert.
Okay. We
Appears
can
to
see,
be an angel overlooking the.
yes.
ah,
Is that a
We can see-
pipeline?
And a big pipe.
Yeah,
yeah,
is that a oil pipeline or what kind of pipeline is that?
Yeah.
maybe water, I don't know.
What
Does
I
he have a title for this one?
no, not for this. I try to look for the title of each of the paint, but it's really they describe the collection, not names for each one. What I see particularly here, it's people working,
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps this pipe represent the work. Okay.
It's like building the land of Israel.
Yes, they are building
It's
the land of
rebirth,
Israel.
it's
Perhaps
rebuilding.
this is the Montefiore.
From the desert.
From the desert.
Molin, you say in English, Molin of
Out of
Montefiore.
the ashes,
Huh?
out of the ashes.
Yes. And people working. They are not together like they are coming together, they are suffering. No, now they started to work. We see here people working, and this is perhaps the Western Wall.
Yeah, he's doing a wall, yeah.
This is also outside Jerusalem. Yes, the Montefiore's neighborhood that was the first neighborhood out of the
Oh, yeah.
Out of the
city.
walls.
Out of the,
Yeah,
yeah, the outside. It has a oh, you call it.
side of the pipe, the guy with the violin.
And look here, the mountains like the desert, and these points like people arriving.
And you see
There.
the people down there.
Oh, okay, people up there.
Oh,
Many people who are
oh,
walking
yeah.
in this direction, but people,
windmill. That's what it is.
yes.
Montefiore.
windmill, Yes, the Montefiore windmill. The angel some
Mhm.
of the angel of the Bible. Which one, we don't know. But this is great because this is coming from the head of Salvador Dalí and give us many options to analyze and to see how the people of Israel return to their own land.
They made the desert bloom.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very good way of putting it.
I see one guy on a horse and one guy playing a violin.
Yes, here.
And
Where's the
then,
guy
and
play?
then
Oh, the
two kids playing
violin.
next to the
Yeah.
piano.
And something completely new,
Over here.
a
And the
kid.
there.
On the other side.
And here a kid, a
Yeah.
child. We didn't see childs in the others before. And we can see here the new generation. But it's still desert, okay? It's still desert. It's not, we don't see many colors here. Okay, let's continue.
Another one, there it is.
Ah, fishermen.
Wow.
Fishermen and yeah, fish.
And fishing.
Yes,
Fish. Yes.
and here we have colors. We start to have more and more colors.
It's a sword going into a fish. Isn't that a sword?
Looks like it. Looks like they're cutting off the fish head.
Yes,
Fishnet in the back.
Yeah.
But isn't a fish also a Jesus symbol?
Well,
Yeah.
It's more complicated, possibly. I don't know.
It's
So,
fish is a Christian symbol.
so we're stabbing Jesus?
Stabbing it, but
No.
Well, just I mean, there's a lot of references to turning the fish, and and there's the symbol that comes from the letters that translated out of Greek. It makes the word for fish. I mean, it's just they've
I
used
don't
it as
know,
a
I see the
symbol.
dark blue as Israel right there, so that's the colors.
but it's important to see that the people start to work, and they are working,
We're
and
bringing
they are
the
free
land
to
back.
work, and they recover the capacity to work, and the bodies, and we can see colors in the body.
and
Right.
the bodies are more filled out. They're not
Comes from
More
the-
muscular.
skinny, thin. Now they've had something to eat, so they're
Yes,
They have muscles.
They've
Yes.
regained their.
they recover the
Action.
dignity.
Mhm.
Dignity,
Yes.
the possibility to work and to earn their own food by the work.
Mm.
Dignity. Yes, and also the Mediterranean Sea.
Mhm.
Yes, another reference of the land of Israel.
Mm.
Okay,
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh. There's somebody.
So it looks like a dancer with an amphora, something with wine.
and we see here women.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
she-
we
she's
don't see
got
here
it.
men.
And a woman on the other side too,
Yes,
holding a flower.
Yes.
They're celebrating.
Hmm. Hmm.
what they are carrying.
One is a rose with leaves dropping off, maybe.
Yeah, a rose.
What that red thing is, I don't know. Supposed to be.
Well, it could be a flower also. Do you think that the upper left is supposed to be like sun coming after the rain, like they're celebrating maybe a harvest or something,
Could be. Could be.
or not a harvest, or the coming of the rains, the rainy season, something like that.
Is it possible perhaps when they cross the Red Sea?
Mm.
Mm.
or not? Or here in the middle, a revelation.
Oh,
But there's a black cloud up on the left.
that's true.
That's sort of ominous.
Well,
Well, that's
Mm.
also the sun shining through it. That's why I was thinking it could be that the rain has just
it
come,
could
because
be.
you have that flower growing in the ground too. I don't know.
What happened to my computer?
No,
There's a
this,
lot of images, but I don't really understand the middle. I mean, what's the big blue?
Thing.
Yeah.
That's an amazing picture. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like an Indian statue on the left
Mm-hmm.
and the right as well.
That's
Yes.
some sort of
One on
a
the right looks to
urban.
like a dancer.
Yeah, dancer holding one of those jugs.
Yeah, yeah, with wine, celebrating.
Ah,
celebrating,
Earlier, they're celebrating.
dancing, perhaps it's a holiday,
Yes.
it's a revelation, can be Sinai, revelation.
what is that to the right of the dancer on the right with the jug? There's like something coming to the side.
The
Looks
red
like
thing.
another person
Here,
holding
I
holding
see
something.
here a face,
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
and is it a flute?
Oh, holding something. Yes.
Yeah,
Is
what
it
is
a
that?
flute or not? It's dancing.
Oh, yes. Holding looks like a baton. Or...
But look here, they are not in the ground.
Mm.
They are like in a mountain. Perhaps it's the revelation of Sinai. I don't know.
Oh, mm.
It's an amazing piece.
Yes.
It's amazing.
You see, you can see here mountain. Perhaps they are mountain and they are in the top of the mountain. And
Mm.
here is the revelation.
Oh,
I see
maybe.
absolute beauty in that picture.
There are many things to see.
If the sequence is significant,
Ooh, I
that
like
could be after the previous picture, after the negative, the blooming and the flowers come to be,
Mm.
is what I sort of, and they're celebrating now after.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
an amazing piece, an amazing piece.
Yes,
And I'm thinking of
can be a holiday.
That one I could even have in my house. It's very unique.
Yeah, it's great.
Mm.
Okay, let's continue. This is more simple.
Yeah.
Oh,
It looks
That's
like
a-
he's writing a Torah or something.
This is a scribe.
Yeah.
Scribe, yes.
Yeah.
And we can see here we have life and we have space to practice our religion, and we have peace to write our Torah.
You know, he actually knew what the Torah is written with.
Quill.
It
Yeah.
Yes, but
He
it
doesn't have a pen. He has a quill, and that's how the Torah is written.
yes,
He
yes.
knew this. Amazing.
But it is interesting that he's not he's not the Hebrew letters are exactly opposite in the way that
Yes.
They're
Yes. They're upside down.
They're upside down. Yeah, they're
Yes.
upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can read, for example, the word malachei, angels,
Uh-huh.
malachei chaim, but it's in our side to read, not in the scribe's side to read.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. He's shown writing it, but it's upside down.
Yeah.
What's the message in that?
The scribe is a scribe. We need to remember this is a collection to commemorate 20 years from the independence of the State of Israel.
Yeah.
And Salvador Dalí tried to join pictures or not pictures, but images from the past, from Europe, and how they reestablish in the land of Israel. Okay, and the scribe, it's a traditional person for the people of Israel, and he can write the Torah if he live in peace.
Mm,
You need to write the Torah, you need a lot of time.
And even the Declaration of Independence.
Yes, even the Declaration of Independence, but remember that we are in our own land and we recover our religion. And we practice. This shows that we are practicing our religion.
Amazing, yeah.
We recover the practice of our religion.
That's
And
interesting.
we have a definition of the face, okay? And we have a traditional Jew writing the Torah.
I'm wondering if the Sephardic Jew is depicted here with the darker skin, although the hands are awful Ashkenazi.
I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I'm wondering if he has the letters in the way that you can read them from
Yes.
our perspective as opposed to the person who's writing, the scribe's perspective, just to show that, you know, the Hebrew's there. Plus, it's amazing that he wrote the Hebrew so well.
Well, he's totally focused.
It's amazing. It's a good picture. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Drawing. It's amazing. Is what kind of art, what kind of media did he use on this? Do you know?
This is ink.
Is that all only ink?
Ink it's ink.
No, there's watercolor
No,
in
there's
it.
watercolor on there.
Yeah. You can
Yes.
see.
Joan, you pronounced
My
it correctly.
husband used
What
to
is
do
GOU?
I think it's gouache, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't
what
know.
is that?
Yes.
Gouache. Yeah,
That's
gouache.
Like a wash, I think.
That's correct, I think.
Is
It's
that
what?
what this might be?
I don't know.
Well, it's got to be some ink in there, otherwise you wouldn't see it so clearly on the writing.
Mhm.
Okay, let's continue.
Oh, how interesting.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
wait.
That guy would wake you right up.
Okay,
He was some character.
Wow.
what do we have here?
We have
Hmm.
a birth.
We have here a Brit Milah ceremony.
Oh,
Oh,
We have here the baby.
baby.
yeah.
We have here some blood.
Yeah.
And it's look like, okay, this is the mohel, like a dog.
Bris, yeah.
Oh, a
Bris.
bris.
Mhm.
Yes. And the family
Yeah.
looking, okay. A breeze, it's many people are worried about the baby.
But Israel is now becoming more populated. If we now have a baby.
Yes.
Who's in the foreground?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
What's it? The guy in the foreground?
It look like, I don't know, Rambam. I don't know. This person who is here, it's look like he's not in the same moment than the others. Also, it's like a green color.
Different color and everything's different. Yeah, it's like he's almost not there.
Like he's a memory.
Like he's a
not there.
ghost or something.
Could he be a soldier?
And his face, he's happy, and the other faces are not happy.
Could it be a deceased?
That's true.
Perhaps he's happy because we continue to commemorate our tradition, like the Brit Milah.
Yeah.
When I see his hat, I remember I see Rambam, Maimonides.
Yes, really.
I don't see a soldier.
You don't see a soldier?
No. It's some sort of a turban thing. Wrapped.
Like a sage, like a rabbi who is happy because we continue to practice our tradition. He's not in the same moment than the others.
Yeah, unbearded and short-haired. Not sure the significance.
Yes. And you can see also here, if we compare with the first paint that we saw, that this blood is completely different than the others.
Yeah.
Blood of tradition, the circumcision and the mitzvah.
It's like red, fresh blood.
Yes.
It looks like he's got bullet holes or something on him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like a ghost
I
of a
think it's a
dead
ghost
person
of
watching what
of a
happened.
soldier.
I think
Is what
it's
I'm
a
thinking.
it's a nod to the Holocaust. That
Oh,
these
maybe,
people are
yeah.
surviving,
Maybe.
Somebody who died in the past.
Reappearing.
looking on.
That's what it looks
Yeah.
like. Harvey.
reappearing from the Holocaust.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Well, yes, now that they're reappearing and safe and have birthed a baby, growing,
Wow.
maybe.
Look,
Wow,
look,
what a heavy picture. It's very heavy, man. Heavy,
look,
man.
look at this face here.
Oh, wow.
How completely different from these faces. These people is together. This face, it's not together.
It's like a frog. What is that face?
I don't see a face.
There are two eyes and a nose and a straight mouth.
Doesn't even look like a person.
It's a spirit.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks haunted.
mm.
And the one on the top right also looks strange.
Yeah, that looks like a ghost too, or a spirit. Yeah.
Or is the image of the enemy who is not enjoying to see the Brit Milah?
Mm.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Creepy.
Interpretations.
Mm.
Okay,
Ah. Oh,
it's very nice.
Well, that's beautiful. That we know what it is.
right. And the dancing around.
Yep.
Yes, we need to remember that the menorah, it's the symbol of the modern state of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
but this is a different menorah. It's like the menorah that we can see nowadays in front of the parliament, but it's different. But we have a base and we are dancing around this menorah. We recover our identity. We can see the sky.
But there's also a black cloud in that sky, unfortunately.
Yes, yes. But we are there. This is people who are celebrating.
Happy people. Mm-hmm.
Traditional blue and white in the background.
And we have men and women together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the reform.
we don't have in this picture have reference to Orthodox Jews.
Reformed Jews.
Reformed Jews in Salvador Dalí art.
Should
Okay.
put on the Miriam song on this one, dancing around the.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little strange this
Well,
this
could the
menorah.
black cloud be the Arabs starting to war? Mm. Yeah.
This give us the idea of movement, but it's not complete, the menorah.
Yeah.
No.
Look here in the top.
Yeah, there's a break.
Mm.
And we have some yellow colors here.
The wax.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the wax.
In the same time, perhaps it's like a stage. It's a curtain.
Oh.
Perhaps we are in the back of the stage. We are dancing in a stage. Maybe.
Ah, got it.
Mm.
Yes, we are in a theater or not, or in an open place like a theater. But it's a little strange. It's not so easy to understand. Okay.
Oh,
Like a
That's
political thing
Ben
here.
Gurion.
Yes.
yes, Ben Gurion.
Mhm.
Yes, David Ben-Gurion reading the Independence Declaration.
Yeah. It's great.
Mm.
I love it. Who are the others? One looks like Trotsky.
Uh,
Or Herzl?
Herzl,
Herzl, maybe.
you're right.
Yeah.
I
How
don't know
about
about-
Weitzman?
Oh, which one is Weissman?
I thought
I-
the one
I
on the
would
right
guess
looked
the-
like
Yeah, the
Herzl
guy
or-
with the glasses. I'm just guessing, but
Didn't,
This is a famous scene that happened in the Tel Aviv Library.
Right.
Yes, in 1948. And it was Friday. It was a problem because it was Friday and it was before Shabbat. But they ran to read the declaration because Shabbat was coming. It was a
You know
big
what's wrong
discussion.
with that picture? That's where Israelis wearing neckties.
yeah.
Doesn't always make a point never to wear a necktie.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And we have David Ben-Gurion and we have people sitting, observing
Yeah.
what he's doing. But he's in the middle, he's big. He's bigger than the others too.
and to me, there's no religious connotation of a yarmulke or a
No,
No.
Herschel, nothing like that.
no, I don't see. Perhaps here you can see an yarmulke. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or it's just a shadow, or it's the head of someone.
Bald head.
Yes.
That or a crescent of Muslim icon.
But it's very nice. It's
Mhm.
really nice. And he's not looking to us, he's looking to one side.
And he's not speaking, the guy on the
The one who's speaking is on the left.
left, yeah.
Maybe. Okay. And we don't know exactly what about the top of this picture, because they were inside the museum, the library in Tel Aviv. Why these colors? It's a little strange to understand. The bag, it's supposed to be books. They were in the library. It's a little strange.
It was the library or the town hall?
No, it was the library. It was really a very small place that exists still today in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
And it was a library.
Hmm.
Okay,
Nice.
and then it's the this is my interpretation. The people listen Ben-Gurion Declaration of the Independence, and they went to celebrate.
Mhm.
We can see flags, Israeli flags. We can see birds, symbol of peace.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
But
Flowers.
and many people here, many people celebrating.
I wonder why he did the flags white instead of blue.
Well, white with the blue stripe. It needs a blue stripe. and the Star of David should be blue too.
Yeah, and I wonder why he did it that way.
But they didn't have time to prepare the flags,
Ah,
and then just they put a Magen David, the Star of David. Something very, very. This is not industrial flag.
mm,
This is something that they prepare after they heard the Independence Declaration. And in fact, the people went to the streets to commemorate.
How about a sail and the people on the shore were welcoming boats that are coming in to the new land?
Yes.
Nice, nice
Yeah,
thought.
sails. That's what it does look like, sand.
Yeah, I can see that.
Good thought, very good thought.
But many people. Difficult, you can see here. Yes, in each point represent a person.
Wow, mucha gente.
mhm.
Here also.
What's the red?
But here, these people, it's completely different than these people. These people are looking to us.
Yeah, they don't look happy.
Yeah.
And these people remind me the survivors that we saw in
Oh,
the first
Yeah.
pictures, in the first paints.
mm,
What about the middle red? The red in the middle, yeah.
Perhaps you can see here the transition. These people are looking to us, the red in the middle, and these people who celebrate.
What's the black on the right? Black line?
Here,
No. Yeah, up,
here.
yes.
No.
Foreshadowing the future that is dire.
I think he always has some foreboding in each one. There's always some black hovering over.
Yeah.
Or
The future is not so clear that we can imagine.
No.
And maybe some of the birds are doves for peace. Although the birds on the left, I don't know what that, maybe an albatross with such wide wings.
Where do you see birds?
Up in the sky.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, just
above
birds. Oh, yeah.
the flags, yeah.
Yeah, they're just out there. Birds are just flying in the over the ocean.
Seagulls or doves.
Yeah, seagulls.
That's really is very, very nice. Very nice.
A lovely picture, yeah.
Okay,
Amazing.
let's continue.
Ooh.
oh, this is
Ooh.
one of the ships
Yes.
that they didn't let land.
Looks like, and it's not doing well.
You have here the name of the ship, Eliyahu Colomb.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Here the people waiting,
Yes.
celebrating, showing the babies. The flag of Israel.
So if this is after the other pictures, this should also, they should be allowing them in already.
Ah, well,
Yeah, but
there,
people,
this
yeah.
red flag on it, you're right.
Yeah.
I really like the ladder to heaven. You see the ladder ascending up?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Very
great.
good. Very good notice.
Jacob's ladder.
And we can see, we can compare, of course, that this this paint show us the people arriving,
Mhm.
and we reminds in the first paint about the Jacob scale, but now it's time to arrive, to put in another direction, to direction of the land of Israel. We have many interpretations about the same element. The leather, yes.
Yeah, this is a real ship. It's a real story here. I mean,
Yes.
yeah,
Really?
I just found a note about it. It was one of the first ships to sail to Haifa in
Yes.
1946.
And they let it in?
This was, it looks like it was sailed from England to in the winter of 1946. It looks like it was
Or is this the one they didn't let in?
You know.
no,
I'm-
this one
it
went
looks
into
like this
Haifa.
is
It arrived
safety.
in Haifa on May 13th, 1946.
Now, based on the timeline, this should have gone in, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just reading this, I don't know the story. I'm just reading this thing I found.
Thank you.
Rabbi, when you went to this museum, did they actually have somebody explain to you what was going on, or did they have some way of explaining what was going on in the
No, it was not, no one. Just contemplating the art and trying to make my own interpretation.
Okay.
I trying to discover if each paint have his own name, but I didn't find this information, because generally each paint you have the information, but it's a collection. The entire name of the collection, it's Aliyah 1968.
I wonder if the Dallas Museum would have that information.
I enter in the website of the Dallas Museum. They have five paints, like you said before, and we have some interpretation of some verse from the Bible or from the Psalms about some of the paint, but I didn't see names of each paint. Okay, once again, the flag of Israel.
You
People
can see a
celebrate it.
picture of the boat I found.
Yes, I will share the screen with you. Perhaps you can show us.
I put it in the chat, but you can see it's this, he very much modeled it after the real boat.
Sorry. I will open the chat later, then we can see bigger.
Cool.
Okay. Let me continue. What do you see here?
Bales.
Oh my gosh.
Like somebody being speared.
Speared, yeah. Somebody is being.
Beard, and he's holding somebody upside down, and
Looks like an evil spirit in the background.
They are carrying bodies. You can see this person, this man, it's carrying a woman's body.
Yeah.
And the other one also it's carrying another person with the flag of Israel. You can see the
Their
feet here
back, yeah.
in the back. You don't see the face.
You don't see the face.
That's top of the head is what you're looking at.
Right.
Yeah.
And here, yes, it's the migration, people who are coming.
Yes,
It's
with
like they are, I can compare this with Exodus. Yes, the people went out from Egypt and they walked till the land of Israel. And these people are coming to the land of Israel, are coming from Europe, are coming after the Holocaust. Some of them are carried by others, but we can see people moving, coming, but now they have the flag of Israel. Perhaps they didn't arrive, they are on the way, but they carrying the flag of Israel. They are carrying people who can walk by their own. Any other interpretation? And we just can see the face of the first person, not the other faces. You don't see faces, just the first one.
And the one who's upside down.
Yes.
Yeah, the upside down one, yeah.
The
It almost
woman,
looks like a woman in the front.
the
Yeah.
woman.
Yes.
They don't have clothes.
No.
Adam and Eve.
Maybe. Interesting.
Oppression, they suffer. They are coming to rebuild or to build the state of Israel.
Let me get this one.
Okay, another one.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Looks like a woman,
That-
Yeah,
a half-
definitely a woman, half a woman.
Half a woman.
part of a woman, and then the wall.
Oh.
What is
Wall,
holding up the
yeah.
wall, or and are those people shooting in the background?
Oh, yeah, right
Those-
there.
Yeah, there's somebody lying dead. And then the Star of David in the back, and
This must be the riots afterwards, the war afterwards.
maybe.
Above that looks like helicopters.
Helicopter.
Helicopters.
That I don't see.
I don't see helicopters.
In fact, we need to remember that after David Ben-Gurion
Yes, a
read
meeting.
the independence declaration, start the war,
Right.
Yeah.
and also in 20 years, because this is an exhibition, a collection to commemorate 20 years, many wars happened in the land of Israel, and perhaps the wall show us Jerusalem. We need to remember here it's very clear the message. You can see in the bottom 1967.
Oh, 67 war.
67 is the
war.
war of the 6 days
Yeah.
war. That it was the war when Israel reunified
Yeah.
Jerusalem.
Yes.
Yeah.
The war of the
Oh.
6 days war, and when Israel reunified, and then the Jewish people couldn't enter till the Western Wall.
Right.
It was forbidden to enter to the Western Wall
Yes.
because the Jordan army was there,
Yes.
and the city of Jerusalem was divided in two.
Right.
Part was from Jordan, the other part was from Israel, till 1967.
That's representing because you've got half a woman there and it's a division right there, so. I think that interpretation is correct.
A division, you mean?
The
The
division,
woman
yeah.
represents Israel, is that it?
The division of Jerusalem, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe Israel too.
The mother of Israel.
Mother of Israel.
Good job, Abi.
Yeah.
I knew we
My
kept him around for
interpretation.
something.
No, every now and then.
Okay.
Oh.
And after the war,
Mm-hmm.
we arrived to the Western Wall.
Oh,
Finally, we
Yeah.
are in the Western Wall.
Yeah.
They
Right.
finally meet again.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
We need to remember that the Western Wall was like this paint. It was not the huge space that we can see nowadays. It was completely
Yes.
different.
Mhm.
You arrive there in walking in a narrow street,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
So
it was,
there were buildings where the plaza is now?
Yes. It was a narrow street.
yeah, just a narrow street without any division between men and women.
Mhm.
Without
Ah.
any division.
Mm.
This
That-
is also important to say. It
Yeah.
was not a division in the Western Wall.
When did
Everyone
that happen?
right together.
When did the division happen?
When they built the thing.
Division came later. I need to remember, but perhaps in the 60s,
Oh, wow. Wait.
not in the 40s.
And curious, the wall is devoid of plants. There is if you remember at the wall, there are plants that are growing from the cracks in between the bricks.
Yes.
And of course, there's no notes that are visible.
That came later, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after the war, there was nothing.
Yeah.
But it was just a small piece of the wall.
Mhm.
Yeah, not the entire wall. But we can see it's really interesting the body.
Mhm.
This person, yes, his head
His head
is
is
on
on
the
the
wall,
wall.
touching the wall.
Yeah.
Try to imagine that the independence of the state of Israel was in 1948 until 1967. The people of Israel couldn't enter to
Right.
the holiest place of Judaism.
Right.
Yeah.
19 years.
It was really terrible for the people of Israel to not have access to the Western Wall.
That person is signifying that.
Where
right?
is
Putting his
Moshe
head against the
Dayan?
wall.
And we can see also the stone, the different size of the stone. Also very nice.
Powerful picture.
Ooh.
This is
Oh, look at that.
this is different. This is not a paint, but it's difficult to understand how to interpret it.
Immediately, I thought of science and technology.
Huh.
I'm seeing a microphone.
It's like a lamp.
Or a lamp, yeah. Or a microphone announcing something.
That inside.
Almost looks like barbed wire inside,
Looks
doesn't it?
really weird.
There looks like a screen behind it, so maybe it's some kind of projector with a
It has a
microphone.
metal base, whatever it is.
Wow.
Fascinating.
Difficult to interpret it. This is Dali's mind.
Dali had a different mind, that's for
I
sure.
think he
Oh
wants
my
you to make
gosh.
it whatever you want it to be.
Wow, that's a trip.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's a trippy picture.
Wow.
I like that.
A lot of
What's-
people on the bottom of the
Was Dali the one with cubism? Is he does anyone know? Cubism?
No, that's
No,
not
he's a
cute.
surrealist.
Surrealist. Okay.
Yeah,
That
surrealism.
makes
not
sense,
Real.
particularly looking at this picture. Okay.
Is
Yeah, what it-
Could be a horse,
Looks like
leg at the bottom.
a bird.
I was
with
gonna
its
say, it
mouth-
looks like a bird.
Um,
But is it
This is
crushing the
part
people?
of one of the Psalms. I'm seeing that it's about they are coming back from Babylon.
Hmm.
Oh.
Wow.
the diaspora
You mean on the very bottom?
extraction. You can see here the people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It almost feels like a tree of life, but bent in a strange way. And it's got what looks like it could be 8 candles, or not 4 and 4, but I see like 5 on one side and 3 on the other. I don't know. Just one way of looking at it.
Mhm.
But it almost looks like a tree with roots.
Hmm.
That is an
But
interesting picture.
it's a challenge to understand
Mhm.
Dali's.
It's a Rorschach test.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Like a moon in the background too. Behind
I was
the figures, there's like a
behind the
Yeah.
round
figure, look at that.
circle.
Mhm.
No, I see it right there, lower.
Yeah, in the middle. There's a
In the
middle.
middle, right in the middle there, behind the mask,
Mhm.
as
Yeah.
I see it.
There's a big circle.
Yeah.
Some sort of a circle.
Wow, it's interesting. Almost looks American, like a Native American kind of thing.
Kind of.
Does, it really does. You're right.
Yes, on a hide. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
What-
There we go.
Swastika.
The death of the Nazis.
This is a swastika. Wow.
Yeah.
I think backwards. I think that's
Yeah,
backwards.
backward. Yeah, to the left means love. The right means power.
Oh,
In Buddhism, I don't know what it is in German.
uh,
It's a Buddhist symbol originally.
yes.
Yeah.
But here it's related to Nazism. You
Yeah.
can see the symbol that fell down and killed a person.
Star of David up in the left. Star of
Yeah.
David.
Is the Star of David up above? Are we looking at the death of Nazism there?
Yeah, there's a swastika, and there's a swastika over the fellow who's lying down
the
his
fellow
head
lying
as
down.
well. It's very
Right.
faint.
Right. In red, which would say
Red.
In
blood.
red,
Yes.
yeah.
The swastika
That's what
also.
I see as the death of Nazism. So we have.
Unfortunately,
Because we've got our star up above.
unfortunately, it's not dead Nazism.
Not
It's
anymore.
not dead Nazism,
The
no.
star
At
looks
that
like
time.
look at the white with the dots in it.
Mhm.
It's matzah.
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 Yeah. Where the
Interesting.
star is.
Manna from heaven. How about manna from heaven?
Are you hungry?
Must be hungry.
I don't even see a star.
Carolee's hungry.
You don't see a
Shirley's
star.
hungry.
I don't see a
star?
No, if
star.
you
Does look like matzah behind the
If you
star.
look down at the
Top-
bottom by the white figure, there's a swastika to the right.
Swastika
There's the
in
right.
red.
We
That's
have
the
here-
Nazi. That's a Nazi swastika there.
Here
There's
a
actually
swastika,
two of
we
them
have
if you
here
look.
another
There you
swastika.
go.
Yeah, the one above is not the Nazi swastika. It's the opposite,
The
Yeah,
opposite.
backwards.
and it's in
This
gold.
was a star.
The star's up on the top left.
Yeah,
Joan.
the Star of David is on the top left.
You guys don't see the matzah?
Yeah.
Well, the little-
Yes, sort of.
I see it right behind the star.
We're just not
I
as-
didn't have the whole picture. Oh,
We're just
no
not
I
as
see
hungry
it.
as you are.
Broken matzah. Yeah,
Oh,
I see
yeah,
it.
it is,
That's-
Carolee.
I think, Carolee, the butter is off to the side there to put on the matzah.
And we have here someone who is crying.
Mourning.
Yes.
Somebody in mourning.
Mourner.
That's how I look at that. Yeah.
And we have here like 2 dimensions.
Yes, one above and one below.
Mhm.
Perhaps morning.
Takes a while to notice the figure in black and what it is.
The background looks kind of like a sphere.
Yeah.
Yep.
The background to me looks like a gravestone.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
You know, like you would write on the gravestone, and it's the shape of the gravestone, and it's gray.
Mhm.
Well, they're mourning someone who died in the camp.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And this person, it looks like is falling down.
Mm.
It's like in movement. It's not in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Says 1964. Isn't that a 4?
I don't think it is 7.
Oh,
Seven.
no, it's a 7.
that's
Yeah,
seven,
it's
yeah.
7.
All of them had
a
1960.
European seven.
We need to
Yeah.
remember that he shows this exhibition, this collection, 1968.
Yeah, that's a 7. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's a famous one.
Yeah,
That's the one that's in the museum in Dallas.
yeah.
I've seen pictures of that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That
Me,
is
yes,
beautiful
I feel
picture.
that way too. It's gorgeous.
Wow.
It's look like a talus.
Alice, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
And a-
talus, a flag.
It's a proud Jew.
It's like the other person who was nicking the other paint. Now he's putting the flag,
Wow, nice.
his own clothes.
Looking at God. Hmm.
Looking up with hope.
Yes.
Kind of defiance, strong
Proud.
chin,
Proud.
chin facing up.
Mm-hmm.
What about the future? It's not a happy person. It's not smiling,
No,
but looking
to the
He's
future.
the
just saying,
future.
we're still here.
But he's not looking sad to me.
He's not looking sad. I don't see that.
No,
he-
not sad,
I
not
see that
looking-
either. It's looking up.
not
Looking,
sad, but not happy.
looking
Look defiant.
up to the future.
I think he looks
I'm
happy.
seeing Samson also, the strength.
The long
looking up
hair, the long
the
hair.
curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Samson's hair. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, would Sansom have had a beard?
No,
Drink.
I think he looks like the Michelangelo David.
Oh,
Oh,
Hmm.
So curly hair,
curly hair.
not nude.
a Jufro.
Harvey.
But it's someone who have marks in his body.
Guard.
Scars.
Okay.
Once our people were enslaved, now they're free.
Now they're free.
Mm-hmm.
They're free. They're commemorating the independence of the state of Israel. Looking high for hope.
They aren't going anywhere.
But it's a very strong.
Yes.
And yet turbulent skies.
A lot to do.
And there's some shadow on him.
Yes.
Could be a shadow of a tree leaf. You know?
Oh, I see a soldier.
Oh, that's true.
Where do you see the soldier?
That black figure above the star.
Above the star.
Oh, really?
is-
That looks like a soldier to you. Wow.
I thought it was
I
a
didn't see.
shadow.
I see blood.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To me, it looks like a shadow of a tree, but yeah,
But I-
see.
Could be a soldier.
Huh. Wow. Cool. This is great. I love this. This is a wonderful presentation. I really like it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Really
Me
is.
too.
And here is.
Oh, that gotta wake you up.
And
There
here
you
is
go.
Dali.
Imagine him standing at at the foot of your bed, you know, waking up.
Don't mess with my 9-iron.
You will dream tonight with Dali.
No, oh no.
I like his mustache.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
It was really unique.
I always
The
thought he
mus-
was always on an acid trip or something.
the mustache eyes.
I wanted to share this collection that I'm thinking
Oh.
it's a very rich collection of art that many people don't know that this exists, and I'm thinking that if you enjoy, I'm really very happy because this gives us the opportunity to take our own ideas about this is what the artists like to do,
Mm-hmm.
to develop our imagination and to take us to different places, but it's really very clear. Yes, the Holocaust time, the state of Israel, and the first wars in the state of Israel.
It's amazing. I really enjoyed it. It's beautiful.
Very
Beautiful.
interesting.
Yes, thank you very much, Rabbi.
Yes, who knew?
With courage. Yes, we started in the concentration camp, but we ending in the modern state of Israel with hope, with the flag of Israel. It was like a transition between two times.
Very interesting.
Very good.
New.
Very good.
Really?
Presentation.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is wonderful.
Good
Yeah.
one tonight.
Me
Thank you. Okay, next week, or not next week, in 2 weeks, I hope to have the opportunity to talk with the rabbi and with the cantor, one from Russia, the other one from Ukraine, to know the point of view of the Jews about this war that completed 3 years last Monday.
Sounds really wonderful, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Forward to that.
Really,
Thank you very much once again.
Beautiful.
You're
Yeah.
invited to attend the service tomorrow at 7.
We'll
Thank you
see
for
you
joining us.
tomorrow.
So somebody please
Have a
get
good
Carol
night.
Lee some matzah.
I agree with Carol Lee.
You too.